Hi, this is Rick. I wanted you to know that I got the Raspberry Pi board to act as a PPP server to serve internet to the Lisa, basically acting as a gateway or a bridge from the Ethernet port on the Raspberry Pi to the serial through the serial to the Lisa. I'm going to show you how that works. I've had the system powered up here for a little bit of time, maybe a minute, so I give the Raspberry Pi time to actually fully boot up. I'll show you the board. So the board is in slot 2. You can see the switch that it's on. You can see that I have the serial cable from the Pi board plugged into port A. It is important to note that the Pi does not have to have any other interaction at all other than being powered on. It totally does everything by itself. It doesn't need a mouse or keyboard plugged in or the serial console. In fact, it can't have the serial console because it's acting as a server on the only serial port, so I have the serial console disabled. So I'm going to boot up Mac OS. The other thing here is I'm booting up MacWorks Plus 2 just because I happen to have it on this computer, but this setup should work just fine with System 6 and regular MacWorks. I think the only thing that might help is have 2 megs of slot RAM, but you don't need an accelerator and you don't need anything fancy. So let's see if it works and boots up. So right now I'm booting up Mac OS. And let's see if we get through that process. And we're coming up. Should boot up to just the desktop. Can't see it in the video, but you can see my hard drive, the activity light going on my hard drive. My solid state hard drive, anyway. Okay, so here's the Mac OS. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the control panel. I'm going to open up the PPP control panel. This is Mac PPP. I'll show you the setup, but it's already configured. You'll see I have a setup called Raspberry Pi. The configuration is pretty straightforward. It's just 57600 baud rate, and everything else is the defaults of Mac PPP. I have the modem port picked because I have the port plugged into port A. When I click open, it just connected, and now it's connected to the Raspberry Pi, and the Lisa's on the internet. It's that simple. To prove to you that it's on the internet, I'm going to go now. There's not a lot of internet apps to do, but I'll do something to show you that we're live and connected to the real world. So I'm going to go into Telnet. I'm going to start Telnet. It's thinking. Okay. I'll say open connection. Again, I'm holding the phone and typing at the same time. There's a website or a Telnet site called Telehack. TELEHACK.com. Again, I'm holding the phone and typing at the same time, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, connect. And I'm going to zoom in here a little so you can see what happens. And boom, we're connected to the internet. You can see the time and the date. It's March 17th. It's in they're in Mountain View, California, so the time is 9:32 p.m. right now. And my camera is finding me with the refresh. But I can type cal, and I get the calendar. I can type joke, and it'll give me a joke of the day. I can type GOEIP. I'm sorry, I didn't type that right. let's see, GOIP, GEOIP. And you can see that I'm at my house in Chicago, actually Downers Grove, Illinois. That's my IP address for my cable internet connection on my house. Comcast cable, and it says that I'm in Chicago. I'm online. It's that simple. So let me close this or minimize it. And I'll show you just a couple other things real quick in the video. So you can see here if I click stats on TCP or Mac PPP, I can see the packets that were sent. Real important down here is I can see the IP address. So basically, I told the Raspberry, my local subnet is 10.0.2. whatever, and then I assigned the PPP server to be .250, and I assigned the local login to be 251, and that's exactly actually local is the Lisa's 251, and the server which is the Raspberry Pi is 250, and it just works real simple. So if I say okay, with this though, I could FTP, I could use fetch and go to an FTP server. I can go to the web browser, I can run Mosaic or whatever, and it connects, but it's useless in 2019. It doesn't really get you very far, but I could show it to you if you're interested. I can ping with a pinger, I can ping sites. I'll show you one other thing. So you can see that the clock on my computer is actually incorrect right now. I have a control panel called Network Time, which will let me set the clock. I actually had it turned off, but I'll go into here and I think I can still run it. Let me try if I can find it. That's extension, sorry. Control panels, network time. There it is. Let's see if it works. Okay. So you can see that I have the server is time.apple.com. If I hit verify, it'll actually show me that those are the DNS records for time.apple.com. And then I will say set time. And you'll notice that it updated the clock on my computer, and that the date is now right. It's St. Patrick's Day again. This thing is 100% on the internet, and easy peasy lemon squeezy with the Raspberry Pi. So when you're done, you can just hit soft close. Now the PPP connection is off, and that's all she wrote. I'm shutting it down. Thanks. Bye.